Okay, so this here that we're going to get into today, we're going to get into this and something else as well. So the training that we're going to get into today is, oops, did I skip an announcement? Okay. Oh, that's right. And then Tuesday team training, by the way, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Every Monday and Tuesday, we have trainings at the same time, 10 a.m. Pacific, right? Which is 1 p.m. Eastern. You guys know the link for this one. Connect with JC on Mondays, connectwithjc.com, or the team training on Tuesdays with Jonathan Brunasso is at 10 a.m. at zoomwithjb.com. You want to make sure that you have this available. Show up tomorrow. Some of you guys are going to show up tomorrow to the training. You're already here. You're going to show up to the lunch and learn this Thursday, and you're going to register today for the Mentor Factory. I'm paying attention to those people that are willing to bet on themselves, because some people come to me, they say, JC, here's the deal. I want to win, bro. I want to make a lot of money. I want to be a mentor. I want to be this. I want to be that. But when it comes time to put their money where their mouth is, they don't. When it comes time for them to put their money where their mouth is, they come up short. Most people are going to give you lip. Most people are going to say, hey, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Most people have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic and mindset. Doesn't work that way. So let's get into this challenge for you guys today. Okay. This is called the 10 penny challenge. Okay. 10 penny challenge is something I got from Charles Thompson, who's a #1 earner in Powur, 7-figure passive income earner with our company. Okay. So let's get into this. Text 10 people per day using the recommended script. Okay. You want to text 10 people per day. Now, here's my question. Can anybody do that? Yes, anybody can do that. It's not that hard to text 10 people per day. Pique the interest, because remember, you cannot control the outcome, but what you could do is you could control the output, right? All I could do is control the output. I can control whether you're going to tell me yes, or you're going to tell me no, whether you're going to tell me to go kick rocks, or whether you're going to say, hey man, I'm interested. Send me more information. How do we move forward? I can't control that, but what I can control is, hey, this is a proper activity. Great, I'm going to do enough of this proper activity. The next one, you want to comment on 10 social media posts per day. 10 social media is such a key thing. I'll give you guys an example. There's a mentor in this company that I met strictly through social media. His name is David Perez. You guys may know him. Guess what? David Perez, for this year in Powur, is a guy that has closed the most sales in one single day this year thus far. That's David Perez. If you look at the top 10 list on mentors in the company, he's always on that top 10, even the top 5. Guess how I met David? Social media. If I didn't have social media, I wouldn't have never recruited him. He wouldn't have known who I am. I would have known who he is. Social media. Now, why commenting on 10 social media posts per day? Because you want to engage these people. You want these people to know, because also when you engage with their stuff, you pop up on their feed as well. If you're not really engaging with anybody and nobody's really engaging with you, your posts are going to see, hardly anybody's going to see your post. Here's another thing I'm going to give you guys some advice. We are all a team. Team is an acronym. Stands for Together Everyone Achieves More. Can we agree that that's the case? Together Everyone Achieves More. Yes or no? I'm looking at you guys with your cameras on. Raise your hand if you can agree that that's the case. Yes. So here's my question. I want everybody right now. We are going to support each other. If we all give ourselves a 1% chance of getting the next sale or the next recruit, let's help each other. Everybody put your social media handles on the chat. Somebody put mine as well too. Mine is at JC Rangel Mindset. That's my Instagram. Okay. At JC Rangel Mindset. I want you guys to put, those of you guys that are available too, if you're driving, I don't want you to do it. I want you to put your social media handle and follow each other. Go on there, look at their handles, follow each other. And I don't want you to just follow each other. If you're on social media, if you're, for example, let's say you are on Instagram, you get every team member on here. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to turn on the notifications for their posts. You could go on their profile and there's a little bell. You click on the bell and you click all notification posts on. What does that mean? That means that you are going to see each other's posts pop up priority. It's going to pop up for you first on the top of the feed. And what do you do when you see various posts? When you see Nitsa's post, when you see JC's post, when you see Jim Hobbs' post, Robert's post, what do? You go out there and like, and you go out there and comment it. And if it's relevant, what if they share something about, a cleaner earth, right? About global warming that's appealing to you. Share it on your stories. Help each other, team. Everyone achieves more. So you want to comment on them, but guess what you want to do? Who do you know that's a realtor? Add realtors and comment on their posts. Like and comment their posts. Get them to know. Now, your social media post, your social media profile needs to be known. You need to, through your social media, here's the deal. Your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your Instagram page is your business card. It is your modern day 2022 business card. When they go on your page, and if you start commenting 10 social media posts, guess what? People are going to take notice and people are going to click on your link. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to see that you're a solar agent, not a secret agent. Too many of you guys, let's be honest, you're a secret agent, man. Nobody knows that you're in doggone solar. They can never guess by looking at your profile, by looking at the things that you post. So go out there and comment on 10 social media posts per day. So here's what we're doing. You're text messaging 10 people per day. Okay. You're commenting on 10 social media posts per day. Okay. What is the next one? Let me go to the next one. 1 second. Connect with 10 people on social media per day. Meaning, who are your power players? Who do you guys think? I want you guys to type in the chat. And by the way, I'm going to go on here and I'm going to follow you guys on Instagram. All of you guys on Instagram, I'm going to follow you. Or go and follow me and I'm going to follow you back. That'll make it easier for me to do it, okay? At JC Rangel Mindset. Easy. It's my name. At JC Rangel Mindset, okay? And I'm going to follow you back. And I'm going to turn on the notifications on your stuff. And I'm going to like your stuff. And you do the same thing for me, okay? Now, connect with 10 people on social media per day. Who do you think those people are? Well, realtors, roofers, home security people, loan officers. You could search these people through hashtags. Let me give you an example. Hashtag realtor. Hashtag new homeowner. What if you go out there and you just say, today I'm going to go follow new homeowners? Hashtag new homeowner. Do you think when people are new homeowners, they're proud of it? Yes. And guess what? Some of them put hashtag new homeowner. And you could find them and you could go out there and message them and you could go out there and add them. You could go out there and comment on their post. Congratulations on being a new homeowner. If you want to target homeowners, right? Etc. You get creative. Hashtag Keller Williams Realty. Hashtag EXP Realtor. Hashtag Remax Realtor. Hashtag Remax. Whatever. Hashtag Century 21. You want to connect with these social media people. Connect with 10 people per day. So think about this. It's all easy to do. In 10 minutes, you could text 10 people. In 10 minutes, you could go and less than 10 minutes. In 5 minutes, you could go on and comment on 10 social media profiles per day. And 10, 15 minutes, you could go and connect with 10 new people on social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, that's up to you. Whatever your chosen method of communication is, but make sure that your social media profile is a professional business card. Here's another tip on social media. You may be new. You don't have a lot of installs, or maybe you don't have any installs. You're brand new. Cool. Guess what? There are a bunch of solar installs from our team, from the company. Okay. Hashtag Powur install, hashtag Powur installation, hashtag Powur solar, hashtag Powur. I guarantee you, some of those hashtags are going to lead to homes that got installed. So if you share another happy customer goes solar with our company, look at these beautiful panels. You didn't say that was your customer. I'm not asking you to lie. I'm never going to ask you to lie. I don't want to lie. Okay. But you're not saying something that's not true. These people are going solar. Listen, man, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. There's two words. There's two words that you want to look at, right? That'll open a lot of doors for you. It's push and pull. Okay. You want to push this information out there and you want to pull people to you. And you do that through these things that we're talking about. Anthony Bonilla gets a lot of business on social media. Isela gets a lot of business on social media. My brother Lewis is starting to get a lot of, guess what they're doing? They're posting on social media, but they're not only posting on social media to their same followers. They're increasing their followers. Write this down. George Foreman, former heavyweight champion, I think 2-3-time heavyweight champion. George Foreman, he said, your network determines your net worth. Your network determines your net worth. You realize that we live in a day and age right now that you can, on purpose, more easy than ever before, can grow your network better than any other time in history. You want to have a network of the most successful realtors in your city, in your region, in your state, in your country. You realize you could search them, right? It's all public information. You could comment on their posts. You could start getting them to like you. Maybe some of them, they're not going to like you. Great. Go find somebody else that will like you. Maybe you're not their cup of tea. Great. Go find somebody that you are their cup of tea. Does that make sense? Go find somebody that you are their cup of tea. But you can grow your network right now more than ever before. Okay. So connect with 10 people. This is going to fill your pipeline and facilitate one meaningful conversation per day. Imagine if you have one meaningful conversation per day. So ask yourself, how many of you guys have been in Powur for over 30 days? Raise your hands or type in the chat, me. If you've been in Powur for over 30 days. Okay. Imagine 30 meaningful conversations over the last 30 days. This is going to fill your pipeline and facilitate one meaningful conversation per day. That meaningful conversation per day could be about the Powur opportunity. It could be about them going solar, or it could be about them working with a solar professional to help their customers go solar. I'll give an example. The lunch and learn that I've got coming up this Thursday at 12:30 p.m., it costs money to put that together, but I invest money in my business. I invest thousands of dollars now into my business. I don't have to, but I do it because the return on investment is significantly greater. All I got to do nowadays is invest $49 a month into my Powur business. But I'm not going to achieve greatness within this company by only investing 49 bucks. And it's fun. So I've got about 5 so far, 5 real estate agents or brokers, personal guests coming to the event. And I've got about 8 total guests of mine that are coming to this event this Thursday. 5 of them being real estate pros. If one of those guys lets me close their first sale at a 50-50 split and I make $3,000-4,000 bucks, that more than covers this event. Not to mention the 20% override, not to mention the future business. So when I text these realtors, for example, and I'll give you an example of what I write. Let's say I connect with 10 realtors today, and I message them, and I say something along the lines of, hey, Pablo, very nice to meet you. I see you're a real estate agent in the industry. I hope you crush it in 2022 for the rest of 2022, something along those lines. I'm not pitching them yet, but I'm planting a seed. More than likely, when he reads it, he's going to look at my post. He's going to look at my page. And if I look like a professional, that I'm serious, that I'm successful in this industry, and guess what? You don't even have to be successful to look successful. That is a gold nugget. You don't have to be successful to look successful. If you're sharing that people are going solar and you're sharing things that you saw somebody else posting that was insightful, but you share it, you look like the insightful person. You look like the professional person. You look like you got it going on, even if you don't got it going on. Is this making sense to you guys? In other words, here's what I want you to do. I want you to act as if. Act as if you are the #1 mentor in this company. Here's the deal. I didn't get to the #1 mentor in this company, okay, if I wasn't acting like the #1 mentor in the company from day one. I told everybody when I was a rookie, when I had closed 2 sales, I said, within a year, I'm going to outsell all of you guys. I'm going to be the #1 mentor in this company, and I'm a brand new rookie in this industry, 1 month into this business, 1 month into this industry. And people mocked me. People in Powur. Who do you think you are? People generally got insulted. So a lot of you guys know that. I said, I don't care. Here's how I work. I need to put the pressure on myself. I want people to doubt me. I want people to think that they're going to beat me. And I said, great. Time will tell. You guys have no idea, man. You guys have no idea. Selling solar, I've sold things way harder than solar. Solar, you're selling people an asset for nothing out of pocket to replace an existing bill that they've always had, that they're always going to have, that's always going to increase. And I'm going to give it to you cheaper. If you can't close a solar deal, you can't close a damn window. Man, y'all messed up letting me into this company because I'm going to smoke all of you 12-year veterans, all of you 6-year veterans. You guys are all going to be in my rear view mirror. And guess what? Because I'm a champion, I don't spend a lot of time looking at my rear view mirror. You know what I do? There's a reason why the windshield in your car is bigger than the rear view mirror, because that's where you should focus. But too many people are unsuccessful because guess what? They're focusing on their past losses and setbacks, and they're dwelling, oh, this business didn't work. This guy did me wrong. Gas prices are high. The economy sucks. Guess what? The economy sucks for you, and it sucks for me. The gas prices are just the same price for you as they are for me. Quit whining, and go out there and do something about it. Go out there and text 10 people per day. Comment on 10 social media posts. Connect with 10 people on social media daily. Because while some people are losing, other people are winning with the exact same circumstances. Does that make sense? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So let's keep going. Now you want to repeat this pattern for 1 year. You want to repeat this pattern for an entire year. Okay. And disregard to set yourself up for 3 is free. I don't know why it says that. Okay. But the point is, you want to repeat this pattern for a year. Anybody can do it. Now, am I saying that this is going to be easy? No. I want you to write this down. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. But here's the deal. It won't be hard. It ain't going to be hard. Does that make sense? It's not going to be hard. It takes work. It takes effort. But see, too many people, we live in a world, and you guys know, man, I'm going to give you, I'm going to probably get into some things right now that's a little controversial. So I'm warning you right now. This is Eagle School. This isn't duck school. This is for eagles. This is not for ducks. I want you to get this straight, okay? Don't come on here if you're a snowflake, because I bring the fire. Guess what happens to snowflakes under fire? They melt, okay? So we live in a world where men, for example, I can say men because I'm a man. Men are being told that, you know, to be more sensitive and to be this. And yes, I think you should be sensitive, especially with your wife and your kids and all that stuff. But being told that being strong is a bad thing, that is bullshit. Being strong is not a bad thing. And a lot of programming is being done that a lot of people are thinking that they're having a victim mentality. Back in the days, we used to celebrate brave people, not victims. The opposite. Now people celebrate on the news. They celebrate victims, just victims, victims, victims. People that are complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining. Guess who wins in life? The people that win in life are the people that go out there and make shit happen, not the people that are feeling sorry about themselves, complain about how bad it is. If you want to win in business, you can't be complaining about how bad it is. If it is that damn bad, that should motivate you more to go out there and make some things happen. Yes, it's bad. And guess why it's bad? I remember when I was broke, busted, and disgusted. Guess why it was bad? It was bad because I was freaking lazy a bunch of the time. I was lazy. I was inconsistent. I was making excuses instead of making it happen. You can make excuses or you can make it happen. You can't make them both. We are where we are right now. The bank account that you have reflects what it reflects because of the person in the mirror, not because of the president, not because of the economy, not because of the recession that make no mistake about it. We are already in a recession. We're already in a recession, and it's going to get worse. And my encouragement to you is this: look, you're 90 days away from a major payday in this company. That doesn't mean it's going to take 90 days for you to make money. But you could make 20, 30, 40, 50,000 bucks in 90 days deposit into your bank account. Even if you're the newest person in this group, do the math, man. Do the math. Go out there in 90 days and knock out 9 sales. See where you get. 90 days. Knock out 7 to 9 sales in 90 days. See where your bank account is going to be. And let me tell you something. 5 years. It takes 5 years, half a decade to make life fair. If you ever thought life wasn't fair, it takes 5 years of focused, condensed effort where you're laser focused. What is the difference between a laser and a flashlight? A laser is singular focus. A flashlight is everywhere. You look at people like Charles Thompson, you look at people like Jonathan Budd, you look at people like myself. We are the lasers in this company. We're not the only ones. I just can't mention everybody. I would highly encourage you to become a laser in this company and realize what you got. The world is going renewable energy. Somebody's going to get paid on it. Okay. Set yourself up for economic freedom. So let's go. Let's keep moving. Okay. Let me move this thing out the way because this thing is blocking my view. All right. So here's what the goals are. The goals to success are these. one solar discussion per day and one business discussion per day. That's a goal. You want to have one solar discussion per day, one business discussion per day. Okay. So here's what it breaks down to. 360 conversations per year. Let's say 1 out of 3 of those result in an electric bill. 1 out of 3 of those result in a contract. Okay. That's 120 bills. Out of 120 bills, a third, which is 40, are contracts that end up getting signed. Out of those contracts, 40 contracts that end up getting signed at $7,000 a sale, you made $280,000 in commissions, not including the revenue share, the override or the stock options or any mentor income. Let me rewind for you. 360 conversations per year. We told you how to have one meaningful conversation a day. And we all agreed it ain't hard. It takes effort, but it isn't hard. It's simple. Simple means it can be done. It's not easy. It's simple. And it isn't hard. 360 conversations per year. You got 5 days off. 1 out of 3 of those result in an electric bill. Okay. 1 out of 3 of those result in a contract. So that's 120 bills. Out of 120 bills, a third equal in a contract. 40 contracts, $280,000 per year, not including revenue share. Now watch this. What if you got those numbers in half? In half, everything was cut in half for you. $140,000 for the year. Let's cut it into a fourth. These numbers aren't exaggerated to begin with. Let's cut it into a fourth. $70,000 for the year. The average American family don't make $70,000 a year. So if this got cut in half and then it got cut in half again, so a fourth, 70 grand per year. Would that be a decent year for most people? Yes. Yes. The fact of the matter is that I want you guys to leave here and make no mistake about one thing. Every single one of you can win in a big, big way with this company and this opportunity. Every last one of you. I don't care about your background. I don't care about your doggone resume. Sometimes people come to me and say, JC, let me show you my resume. I don't care about your doggone resume. Your resume is just a bunch of things that you failed at anyways, most of the time. What do I care about what you failed at? Don't tell me about what you did. Show me what you're going to do. I don't care if you have a college education. I don't care if you come from a graduate from Yale or you just got out of jail. Show me some hustle. You got to put some hustle behind this muscle. Now I'm being silly. But you understand what I'm saying? Go out there and get your teeth kicked in, so to speak. Go out there and talk to people and get 30 doors slammed in your face. And on the 31st, you show up with a freaking great attitude because you're a fucking winner, man. That's what I want. You can't teach heart. I can't teach you heart. You got to show heart. You're going to get no's. You're going to get rejection. You're going to get somebody that tells you, hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I told you so. Either somebody's going to tell you, I told you so. You should have never gotten into that power company. I told you so. You should have never gotten into solar. You should have never gotten into solar. I told you so. What you wasting your time for? Go get a real job. That man right there, he's willing to buy your dreams for X amount of dollars an hour. Go sell your dreams to that man for what he's willing to pay you for your dreams. What if somebody pay you for your dreams? What did they pay you? What is that income that they're paying you to buy your dreams, to build their dreams? What did they pay you? Woo, I'm spitting fire. Snowflakes are melting right now. There was 95 people, there's 93. Keep going. I want the snowflakes to melt. I want to get you fired up. Because see, we are in a shift. You guys realize this is the equivalent of Henry Ford in the 20s, when people were going from horses to cars. The world is inevitably going to cars in the 1920s, aren't they? And didn't they? Yes. The world is going to renewable energy. Solar panels are going to get sold. Roofs are going to get fixed, and we're going to get paid for those roofs. Soon, we're going to be able to offer the windows. We're going to be able to offer the car charging stations, maybe even electric vehicles. And we get the chance not only to sell it, but to build an organization that's going to sell it, and they're going to pay us an override. Some of you guys are going to be able to make $1 million per year for just waiting, meaning doing nothing. And you are out here giving me excuse after excuse after excuse of why you can't invest $149 to go to the convention in Dallas or to the mentor factory that I'm going to be doing. And my number one mentor is going to be here. Man, you guys are out of your mind if that's your train of thought. If that's your train of thought. I know that that's not your train of thought, most of you guys. That's my point. Some people want, oh man, I want to make more money and I want to have more time. How many people, I want you to write in the chat, how many people here want more money and more time? If your 1099 or W-2 last year was 4 times what it was, 4 times what it was, and you work half the time, how many of you guys would love that? I want you to type in the comments. Type in the comments. You want more time and you want more money. Let me give you a secret right now. You need to invest more time and more money. You only get what you invest. You want more money? You got to invest money into your doggone business. You invested money to get to the convention. You invest money to come to California. Come to California, hang out with these sharks over here. You have the day you are in danger of becoming a shark yourself. You are in danger of becoming an eagle yourself. You come to California, mess around and come to California, hang out with these group of winners. That's what's going to happen. This ain't a corporate event. This is a champion building event. How to close more sales, how to overcome objections. Guess what? Personal development, mindset. Sunday is all about personal development and sales. Saturday is all about the recruiting, the team building, and how to get, I get 2 to 10 leads daily where they say, here's my electric bill. Here's my client. And here's the appointment. When can you present to them? 2 to 10. I turn most of them away. How many of you guys want to get to that point? That's what I'm going to show you. And this isn't from a has-been. 2 weeks ago in Dallas, they said the number one mentor for this year thus far, JC Rangel again. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm saying that this isn't coming from a has-been. A lot of times, for example, in real estate, there's trainers that haven't sold real estate in 20, 30 years that are training on how to sell real estate. That ain't the case here. Let's keep moving. Let's finish this off. Okay. So the question is, are you going to accept the challenge? Are you going to accept the challenge? And I'm going to finish off with this here. By the way, there's a lot of new people here. You got to go through solarheroestraining.com. You want to know how to contact people and get your first 10 electric bills? It's there. Solar crash course, fast start training, how to read an electric bill, how to enter, lead, and tag a mentor. It's all in solarheroestraining.com. Heroes, no E, H-E-R-O-S. I just realized that, I mean, as far as I know, that's how you spell heroes, but I guess it's more commonly spelled with the E, or maybe I just don't know how to damn spell, okay? So I'm going to buy the domain name solarheroes.com so nobody gets confused, okay? Anyways, so you got to go through the trainings there. Module 1, all of the calendar events are on there as well. The list of mentors is on there as well. Let's finish off with this. This is called the slide edge. This is called the slide edge. Here's the deal. You've got people on the top, and you see the green line going up, and then you see the red line on the bottom going down. Here's what this represents. For those of you guys, and if you haven't read the book, The Slide Edge, I would highly encourage that you read that book. Highly, highly encourage that you read that book. Okay. You got the person on the green side on the top and the bottom. The guy on the top, the guy or girl on the top is the one that's getting outside of their comfort zone. They're the ones that are saying, hey man, I'm going to be on this training at 10 a.m. I'm going to promote to get people to this other event. I'm going to go to the lunch and learn, or I'm going to invest money to go to the mentor factory. By the way, Jessica, did we share the links on the chat? Okay. No, but did you create the new mentor factory one? Oh, so October 31st, 29th and 30th is the date. So she's going to share the link to that one here shortly. All right, so here's the deal. And I'm going to share it on the groups, and I'm going to text it out to everybody this week, today. Okay, so you guys want to look out for that Mentor Factory link. So the person on the top is a person that says, hey, I'm going to get outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to go knock on doors today. Jeff told me earlier today, I'm going to go do the new homeowner list today. I got my list of 50 homes. I'm going to go do the new homeowner list. Guess what? The new homeowner list training on how I got to mentor in 11 weeks is in the academy. It's in the academy. Now, remember, like any kind of door knocking, like any kind of prospecting, it takes time to build up. You know, maybe your first week or two, you might not have the best success, but you've got a couple of people that are interested in that you need to follow up on. Then as time goes on, you keep doing the actions, then it starts to get easier because now you have more follow-ups. Now some of those follow-ups are calling you. But the point is, the person on the bottom is the one that says, hey, they make excuses. You know what? Not today. I'm tired today. You know what? It's kind of a gloomy day. You know what? It's a little bit too hot. Or I'm not going to get on training because I've got to go to the gym. The person on the top is making the daily disciplines. The person on the bottom is making the daily errors in judgment. Let's say the person on top says, hey, listen, I want to go out there and I want to, I'm going to eat, you know, I'm going to eat a burger, but I'm not going to have the buns on it. It's going to be, what is it called? Protein style, right? Lettuce wrapped. The guy says, I'm going to have a regular cheeseburger. Can you tell a difference after one day? No. After one day, you don't see one guy thin, the other guy not thin. You don't see that after a day. This guy says, I'm going to drink some water. This guy says, I'm going to drink a Coca-Cola. Can you see a difference after a day? No, if they go to the doctor, can the doctor see a difference after one day? No, they can't. But write this down. It is the compound effect that is repeated daily over an extended period of time that makes the effect. This guy says, I'm going to go to the gym. This guy says, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch CNN. Constant negative news, right? The news is the only place where they'll tell you, good evening. Then they proceed to tell you why it's not so good, right? Then you get depressed, by the way. All these bad things going on, you can't do nothing about it. You're just depressed. And let me tell you something, man, that affects your that affects your mind. It goes into your subconscious mind. I won't get into that today. We might get into that in the mentor factor, okay? Because the guy that I'm going to bring, that dude wrote a book version, a version of Napoleon Hill for his network marketing company, Organo Gold. The only company that the Napoleon Hill Foundation of Think and Grow Rich let them write a book, and they wrote the forward to that book of Think and Grow Rich for their particular company. That's the guy that's coming to the Mentor Factory. Y'all don't understand who we're bringing over here. So here's the deal. The guy on the top says, I'm going to go knock on doors. I'm going to get on the train. The guy on the bottom keeps making excuse after excuse. They get on sometimes. Here's the difference. The people on the top are the ones that are doing it regardless. Why? Because they're committed. You want to write this down. There's committed and there's interested. The committed person does it regardless. Why? Because they're committed. Doesn't matter how they feel. Like, I'm going to go work out this week, 4 days this week. And how I feel has no impact on what I'm going to do, because I'm going to keep the promise to myself. And by the way, you want to know how to develop self-confidence? That is a big key. Start keeping the promises to yourself that you say to yourself. Okay. If you say you're going to do something, by doggone it, go out there and do it. I'm going to hit the gym 4 times this week. It doesn't matter how I feel. Now, unless I'm sick, right? Unless I got a fever or something, or I've got the vid, anything outside of that, I'm going to hit the gym. And if I can make it to the gym and it's already Sunday and I haven't been there, I've only been there 3 times, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to work out in my garage if I have to. I'm going to do burpees and I'm going to do push-ups and I'm going to hit the bag, or go for a run. The point is that the committed people are doing things regardless. The interested people are doing them when it's convenient. The question that you need to ask yourself is, am I interested or am I committed? Am I interested in success, or am I simply interested, or am I committed to success? So think about it. The guy on the bottom, the red side, that guy is comfortable. Isn't it more comfortable to sleep in than to wake up early? Yes. Isn't it more comfortable to stay in bed than to go for a walk or go to the gym? Yes. Isn't it more comfortable to stay at home than to go door knock? Yes. Or than to go to a networking meeting? Yes. It is more comfortable to relax. It is more uncomfortable to do what winners do. But here's what happens. It's like a hockey stick. The guy on the top, you can't see the difference in the beginning. But watch this. 6 months later, 1 year later, let's say the average person, not a ton of sales experience, not a stud, but is consistently going door knocking, doing the 10 penny challenge, messaging 10 people per day, making the 10 contacts, sending the text messages consistently and persistently, regardless of the outcome. He or she in faith, you have to have the faith the size of a mustard seed. In faith, just says, I'm going to just do it. Because people that are more successful than me are telling me to do it, so I'm not going to argue with what they're saying. I'm going to just do what they're saying, and that's it. That's it. It's that simple. And because of the faith of a mustard seed, they just keep doing it. Let's say it takes them a year to become a mentor. 1 whole year. But they made 50,000, 70,000 in commissions still that year. But they were consistent. They were consistent. And write this down. You've got to, this is such a key phrase I'm going to tell you right now, and this should be a philosophy that you live by. Remember, your philosophy, notice here, philosophy, attitude, actions, results, lifestyle. Everything starts with your philosophies. I'm dropping some powerhouse here. You have got to be willing to work without pay in order to get paid without work. You've got to be willing to work without pay in order to get paid without work. Last Friday, the company paid me more that week in sales that my team did than what the average person earns in 2-3 months. Because I got almost 900 people on my team, you know, and a lot of those are selling solar. Not all of them, probably 20% of them, like any sales organization, for not selling solar, just because of the team that I built. You've got to be willing to work without pay in order to get paid without work. Okay. So the person on top is uncomfortable. They're doing the daily uncomfort disciplines. The person in the bottom is doing the daily errors in judgment, the lack of discipline. Now, over the course of a year, the guy on the top, do you think if the guy on the top made 8 sales in a year, attended every training, sent the 10 messages out? So that means that he's interacting with people, isn't he? He's connecting with realtors and roofers. So some of them he's getting to talk to. They're asking him questions he or she can't answer. So they ask their mentor, they ask in the trainings. So they're getting better. They're getting better. They're getting better. He does a personal development every day. I teach you should do 30 minutes of personal growth every single day. 30 minutes of personal growth every single day. Whether it's a podcast you listen to, may I suggest the Driven Not Given podcast, #1 podcast in the world, right? There's the Ed Milet show, Ed Milet podcast, which is one of the best podcasts out there. There's so many podcasts out there, 30 minutes a day. If you do that, there's no way you're not going to get 1% better per week. At least 52% better, 52 weeks in a year, right? That's 52% better a year, right? So this person, in a year, they get to mentor, they do 8 sales, put $50,000 in their pocket extra for the year. But do you think their confidence in their skills and their experience is up? Yes. Now you're seeing a difference a year into it. Now the guy in the bottom that by a year into it quit. Why? Because he was undisciplined. He or she was undisciplined. Why? Because he or she decided to be comfortable. The guy on top decided to be uncomfortable. 5 years down the line. Remember, it takes 5 years to make life fair. You ever feel life wasn't fair? In 5 years, you go from 0 to hero. In 5 years, you could go from a dud to a stud, but you got to be consistent. 5 years from now, the guy A, which is a guy in the top, has 1,000 people in his team, 2,000 people in his team, even 500 people in his team. He has 500 people that know that he does solar. So he gets 2, 3, 4 referrals every single month for him to close by himself. He gets 5 to 15 mentor sales per month. He's making $1,000 per week at least in override income. 5 years of nonstop pushing forward, being uncomfortable, doing what most people are not willing to do. The guy in the bottom has too much month at the end of the money. 5 years from now, the guy in the bottom has too much month at the end of the money. He's 5 years older. He has more stress. And the only thing that's up is his hairline. The guy in the bottom, right? Because of that stress, which guess what? By the way, stress is the #1 killer in the world. What is the #1 reason why people are stressed? Money. Ain't that interesting? Let me tell you something. Let me drop a bombshell for you. Heart attacks. What is the most common time for a heart attack? Monday mornings between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Isn't that interesting? The average heart attack happens the most on Monday mornings between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. What are people getting ready to do on Mondays? Yes, they're getting ready to go to work because most people dread Mondays. I look forward to Mondays. I look forward to doing this. If I want to go to the beach tomorrow, my family, I'll go to the doggone beach tomorrow. Right? Why? Because I was taught this back in 2003. They say, here's what happens. Your philosophies shape your attitude. And your philosophies are given to you by your environment, by the people around you, by the people, the things you listen to, the things you see, the shows you watch, the people that you surround yourself with. Here's a saying. If you can't change the people around you, you need to change the people around you. If you can't change how they think, if you can't change their discipline, if you can't change their negative attitude, guess what you should do? You should change them, meaning replace them. So your philosophies create your attitude. If it's to be, it's up to me. That's a philosophy. Here's one that I got right here, right in front of my wall. It says, I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. Great things come from hard work and persistence. No excuses. I've got nothing in common with lazy people who are victims who blame other people. I got nothing in common with you. Nothing. JC, you want to go have a beer? No, I don't. Not with you, at least. Because I got nothing in common with you, man. I'll go have a beer with you. I don't really drink. I'm not a drinker, especially not beer. But I'll still have a drink with a winner. I'm not going to go have a drink with a guy that's going to complain about how bad things are, about the price of gas. I mention about the price of gas sometimes just being funny, right? I don't care. I don't look at the pump. When I go to a nice 5-star restaurant with my family, I don't look at the prices. The only time I look at the price is to calculate what 20% tip is. That's when I look at the price. That's why I look at the price at the end of dinner. And we order what we want, not what we could afford. That wasn't always the case. Why? Because I understood the slight edge. I said, I'm going to be uncomfortable now because now I'm very comfortable. You see how that works? You have to first be uncomfortable. And you got to make the things that used to make you comfortable now, because of so much discipline, they start to become uncomfortable. Staying at home in my PJs, watching TV, even though I can, that makes me extremely uncomfortable. That's not my identity. My identity used to be that a long time ago. That is not my identity no more. And because of that now, we go to the convention. We went to the convention in Dallas, took my wife, my 2 kids, and my mom. We rented an Airbnb. We got a 2022 expedition because we got a big family now, right? That's expensive. I could have just gone by myself, but I said, I don't like to be away from my kids. So I took my whole family with me. I like to be able to do stuff like that. I love to be, why though? Because I understood this philosophy. So my encouragement to you, ladies and gentlemen, would be 5 years are going to go like this. They're going to go fast. Some of you guys, 5 years from now, you're going to need some binoculars to look back at where you used to be. Some of you guys along this way, let me tell you something. Some of you guys along this way are going to learn to speak Chinese because your bank accounts are going to go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Okay? And some of you guys, 5 years from now, you ain't going to be here no more. Here's my encouragement. When you identify, if you're going to quit, when you identify those people that are going to the top, with or without you. You guys ever see my podcast? How do I sign out? I'll see you at the top or from the top. I always say it. I always say it. I always say it. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm worth $10 million. I'm so happy and grateful now I'm making $1 million a month and able to donate $100,000 per month to my ministry, to my favorite charities. I say it all the time. I see it all the time. I see it all the time because it's written down. The Bible says that you should write it down. The good book teaches about writing it down. It teaches about discipline. I would encourage you guys that if you're going to quit, don't follow the people that are going to be winners. Because you know what? Some of you guys are going to see 5 years from now, some people that started when you started, and they're going to be traveling the world. And they're going to be living a life that most people would only imagine. And I'll close this off with this quote by John Addison. By the way, the personal development section has this audio, John Addison, on it. One of the best audios you'll ever listen to. It's called Don't Take Advice from Anybody More Screwed Up Than You Are. It's on the Solar Heroes Academy under the personal development module. Here's what he says. He says, most people live in the world of the someday. Someday I'm not going to be broke. Someday I'm going to take my family on that vacation I've been promising. Someday I'm going to get out of debt. Someday I'm going to do this. Someday I'm going to do that. Someday, 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 until they run out of days. And then one day they're laying in their deathbed wondering, what happened to all those days? He says, but a handful of people live their every days like some people's some days. Some people some days, here's what it says, some people some days become a handful of people's every days. Most people some days become a handful of people's every days. You know why I know that? Because ever since 2003 or 4 that I listened to that audio, I've listened to it hundreds of times. Because that's what I choose to feed my mind. I don't feed my mind with mediocre people. The news is nothing but me. Listen, If you look at the most mediocre people in the world, I guarantee you they watch the news and they dwell on the shit that they have no control over, but they don't study successful people. They don't study successful philosophies. They don't do that. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you can keep getting what you're getting. And if guess what? If you follow the masses, the M is silent. Okay, some of you guys will get on the way home. You're gonna write down masses and you're gonna remove the M and you see what it says. Right? I would encourage you, listen, if people think you're crazy for doing what you're doing, you're probably doing the right thing. People are going to tell you you're wasting your time. Yes. People are going to tell you, hey, they're brainwashing you. Good. I needed a good brainwash. I'd rather be brainwashed by a millionaire than be brainwashed by your broke butt. Does that make sense? So get fired up. I'll see you guys at the Mentor Factory and let's close some deals and let's make it happen. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for the training. It was awesome.
Thanks, JC.
Thank you very much.
Tracy, that was